Ashley, let me know.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, good. All right, guys, welcome to our Saturday call. We do this every Saturday from 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, we have so many people on here. I know you're in different states. You guys want to know how to kill it from week to week, and you get to hear from top producers and get trained by the best of the best on what to do in each part of this business. So we're excited to have all of you on. And we're gonna, jump straight in because we got a lot of great information to give you guys today. So again, welcome everybody to our Saturday training call. All right, and just some housekeeping notes, guys. When you come on, please make sure you mute yourself and stay muted unless you're asked to speak. Okay, and then if you have any questions, please post them in the chat so that we don't get so many people disrupting the call. We can, we can actually maneuver better by having you put your questions in the chat so that they can get answered if we have enough time. All right, so as you know, guys, we always get started with recognizing and highlighting people who did some amazing things this week. And please talk for about 1 to 2 minutes and stay aware of your time. But the first person I'm super excited to have on here to talk, she actually did her first sale. And Kali, you can jump in if you want to say anything about this amazing woman who is just extremely coachable from what I heard that you said. But Ali E, she actually closed her first sale this past week. We are super excited for you and we're so happy for you. Tell us why you're excited and how you did that. All right,
thank you so much. Yeah, I'm super excited. I've never made that much money in my life. And I was like on the phone with Kali right after, and I was like freaking out with her. So yeah, it was honestly so easy. I think I was stressing the in-home like way more than I should have, but my clients like knew right away that they were planning on buying insurance. So it just made it so easy. Yeah. That's it, basically. I've still made some appointments that haven't gone as well as that first one, but I'm still trying, still making it happen.
Great job, Ali. We're super excited about. How much money did you make?
$2,500.
How long did it take you?
It took me 2 hours. So the husband was like in a meeting and like going back and forth. So it took a little longer. I finished an application for the wife and she was like, she gave me her account number instead of her husband's at the end. So I had to cancel the whole application and then redo it because they wouldn't let me go back and change the banking information. But that was the only snag I got into. But they were both so sweet.
That is, and that was your first time, right?
Yeah, my very first time. It was an hour. So I was almost.
Allie's minimizing. She's minimizing her
yes, tell us.
Because Allie has done, number one, she's done everything I asked her to do. Like everything. Like nothing I've asked her to do, she has not done. And then she's done other things that I have not asked her to do. Right? She listens to the podcast. She's listened to YouTube videos. So she's learning things. And she's in Georgia by herself. So let's start there. So she has not seen a kitchen table. She has not gone on any training appointments. She is alone in Georgia, and she's just following the system and the play, and she's amazing to me. And on top of that, she's 22 years old.
Wow, guys. So this is why we have this, guys, because if you're feeling like you're in another state, you're by yourself, you don't have anything to plug into, you're just on your own, Ali is giving everyone is giving no excuses here. She's never seen a kitchen table. She's doing everything Kali is saying. She's doing her due diligence, okay, in her off season, and she's learning the products, learning the business, watching podcasts, watching YouTube channels, and as a result, she made $2,500. It may have took her 2 hours. That's fine. But most people, a lot of people it's people I know that don't make $2,500 after working full time in a week. So if you want to be like Ali, if you want to have the system work for you guys, you have to work the system. So Ali, great job. We're super proud of you. We know we're going to continue to see your name up there. All right. Okay. So the next person I want to highlight, this guy, all right, never met him, just found out this morning that he passed his exam. Michael B, if you are on here, congratulations. That's a big step. You're on your way to writing business. Tell us why you're excited and how you did that. Do we have Michael on? Going once, going
All right,
twice.
good morning.
Hey, Michael.
You got me. Hey,
How
how are
you
y'all?
doing? Good.
Good.
Welcome.
I feel a lot better right now. I
That is
actually, I actually,
amazing.
I actually just walked out of the testing center about 5 minutes ago. Passed my test, so yeah, we're ready. We're ready to get started. I'm excited.
What state are you in? Did he pause?
Arkansas.
Oh, okay, you're on LaKenya's team?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're on LaKenya's team?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, listen,
she's the first person I called whenever I walked out.
Oh, that's amazing. That is so amazing. How long did it take you to study?
I think I probably put in about close to 60 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can tell you didn't get some. Did you not get some sleep? I think he's breaking up again. All right, there we go. We got you. Can you hear us?
I can now. Yeah, I don't have very good service where I'm at. Sorry.
Good. Your eyes look red. You look like you need some more sleep.
I do. I need a lot more sleep. The past 2 nights have been I've been staying up studying. So yeah, I need some sleep.
I got you. Well, listen, you're on your way. We're excited for you. Great job. And I know LaKenya's going to connect back with you, but I'll connect with you as well, and we'll talk about getting you going, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Great job. No problem. All right, guys. And then the next person I want to highlight, to take about 2 to 3 minutes to talk. This guy, I know you've seen his name up and down, Telegram, Slack, Facebook. He's come such a long way since I first met him. Just a quiet guy with a book bag, eager to learn. And now he's hit sales manager, guys. And what that means is that him and his team did well over 50,000 to qualify for the sales manager position. Him and his team did over 63,000 in production, guys, and he's leading the way as an amazing leader, an amazing business partner who I am excited to learn and hear from all the time. Austin, if you are on here, take 2 to 3 minutes and talk about this amazing promotion you got. Everyone is so happy for you. All right, do we got Austin on? There we go.
Hey,
Austin.
guys.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead, take it away. 2 to 3 minutes. Talk about this promotion, man.
Okay. What's up, everybody? It's just a stepping stone. I look at it as a stepping stone. We're growing. Feel like we just got our first little leaf. You put a seed in the ground and it starts to shoot up, and then it gets the little leaf on this side. So we got a lot of potential. We're just early on in the game. We all work hard. And it's just exciting to be part of a winning culture, because I've worked for other companies and other organizations that the culture was nothing like this. Everybody's cheering you on. I mean, to me, it's something. This is a small stepping stone, and I feel like a celebrity right now. So, I go into the Facebook post and I see like 70 people like the picture, 15 people comment. That means that's a reflection of the organization. It's a reflection of our group, the people in our organization, in our group. Everybody wants to see you win. And the opportunity is endless. This excitement, I hope everybody is not slacking on on the opportunity, because a lot of people, they join with FFL and they kind of just keep their hands in their pockets. We all got to get our hands dirty, get out there in the field, and get to work. And don't let this opportunity fall behind you. That's really the only thing I can leave you guys with. So excited.
Austin, quick question.
Sure.
How old are you?
26.
And how much did you deposit in your account this past month?
Uh,
Roughly.
I'm from New York. We don't talk about those things. No, I'm just kidding. What did I do? Like 32,000.
32,000 last month.
Yeah.
And you're how old?
26.
That is amazing. That's amazing. So listen,
Also-
you're in New York, right?
No, I'm in North Oregon. I'm originally from New York.
Okay, got you. Who's that? Khalid had a question?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Alison if he needed a girlfriend. $32,000 last month. Austin, you need a girlfriend?
What was that?
Austin, like, I don't want no. I said, do you need a girlfriend? If you
You're
don't,
acting like he
I'll
can hear you.
I'll try to keep the 32, not spend it.
Well, listen, that is exciting. Now, before you leave us, I have a question. If Khalid can, if you want to ask a question after, that's cool. But Austin, what would you say from the time that I met you? Like I said, you had your book bag on, you're just eager to learn, really just trying to figure things out, all the way up until now. What would you say were the two biggest things that you made a change to in your business to get to where you are right now?
Oh, that's a good question. Just just failing forward, honestly. It wasn't anything particular. Just, crashed through a lot of obstacles and picked up the pieces as time went on. I tried different leads, strategies that didn't work, that did work. I tried booking my appointments a certain type of way that didn't work, and now it's slowly being custom tailored into what works for me. So it's just really just crashing my head against and bashing against the wall, figuring it out, as time moves forward. So it wasn't anything in particular. Exactly the same stuff, same work ethic. I wasn't confused when I came into the opportunity. I just progressed as far as knowing what leads work for me, what doesn't work for me, how to approach certain leads, how to book appointments with them, and that also in the home and things like that. I'm still running the same amount of appointments and just doing things a little bit differently from how I approached these leads and the mentality around them.
So you would say you pretty much learned from your mistakes, but while also continuing to stay plugged in. Is that right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, listen, Austin, we're so excited for you. Again, great job. It's only up from here, and I'm excited, and I know the team on here is excited to call you a business partner. So go crush it today, and congratulations again, all right?
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So just a few announcements before I bring our guest speakers on. Guys, I do want to make you aware that if you don't know already, guys, sign up for WorkSpots. WorkSpots is where it's at, especially if you are not in a state that your manager is in. If you want to plug into an office, I know some people work better in an office than they do out of their own home, which you can run this business out of your home. All right. But it's better to run it in an office and being a winning environment, to hear other leaders, what they're saying, how they're saying it, so that maybe you can adopt something that might help change your business. Because again, guys, it's always just the slightest thing. But if you're by yourself, no one's hearing, and you don't know what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong in order to make that switch in your business. So if you want internet access, a space to be able to do your work, and an environment to plug into, guys, I challenge you guys to sign up for WorkSpots. It's $99 a month, which would hold you accountable, all right? Because if you're paying for an office spot, you're gonna take your business seriously, guys. All right, use that. And also there's perks that come with it. You get discounts on leads. You get all up to date about everything that's going on in the FFL world. So guys, I challenge you to sign up for WorkSpots. Take your business seriously, okay? So that you can plug in, get what you need, right? And be successful, just like these leaders that you're hearing on here talking about their success. The second thing I want to talk about, guys, is the FEX toolkit. All right. Now, guys, you have tons of things that you can use in this business to know which direction to go in and to be able to know what product or, what to offer your client when you're at the kitchen table. If you go to FFL Agent Hub, they have the cheat sheets that you can look at. All right. You have the agent hotline that you can call. You have the Slack helpline. So there's no excuse as to why you can't get this done. But guess what, guys? I'm going to show you very quickly that, because some people have workspots, but they just don't use it. And I'm thinking it's because you might think it might be too technical. So this is what it looks like. And up here on the website, okay, I think you get like a 14-day trial. It's $30 a month, right? But it's so worth it because it'll allow you to figure out what company to go with based on the order of carriers that we use, so that you're getting approved clients more on the in-home and you can see more people and collapse time frames. So we got final expense, then you have term, right? And then you can go down here, plug in the coverage, plug in all their personal information. To the right, you can put their health conditions. You can put all the medications they're taking. It'll ask you specific questions. And look at this client here, right? I put in, they had like a gastro infection. They're taking prenoprazole, coltine, temilacin. These are all things related, right? And then we're going to scroll down, press quote very quickly, and you'll see all the companies that we contract with here that you can go with. Now, what are you looking for? You're not looking to price compare. You're not just looking at what you think is your favorite. You're looking at the best thing for the client, but the order of carriers that we use so that you stay in business. So this is exactly what we're looking for. If we can get them into America, that's always your first option. And then the beauty about the FEX toolkit, you can come right over here, start an e-app, and it'll take you right to your screen so that everything is there for you. Guys, when I say this changed my entire business, I got more approved in the in-home. I got, we collapse time frames. I can go see more clients, and it makes it easier to be able to run appointments each hour. Okay, so you're making more money, seeing more clients. You won't even feel that $30 a month, guys. I promise you, it has completely changed my business. All right, and it could change yours too. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to use it, but it changed my business. So I challenge everybody that, this will be very helpful to you. Yes, there's a term for final expense, which is FEX. And there's also a button for term so that you can, if you're in the in-home and you want to do mortgage protection and you're not sure which direction to go based on the information you collected across the kitchen table, it'll tell you exactly where to go. All right, guys, if you have any more questions about that, shoot me a quick text. Someone can put my phone number in the help or in the chat line. Guys, the last thing I want to talk about is registering for convention. This is extremely important, guys. I've never seen anyone become successful and not go to convention, okay? Convention is one of the biggest deals here, all right? It's in February 2nd to the 5th. It's going to be in Miami, Florida, all right, 2022. So you got time. Definitely register today. Get your team registered, guys. You're going to be 6 months to a year ahead of anybody else that did not go to convention. They literally have everybody from the biggest producer on down going over what you need to do to have success here. And if you're not sure what you're a part of, go to this convention so you can find out, guys. And guess what? It's completely free. We come from an IMO, or most of us do, where you had to pay for everything down to a CD and for training. But here, the training is free. The convention is free. All you have to do is get there. Do you have to pay for a room and your plane ticket? If you have to fly on a plane, yes, you do. But guess what? The event is free. And what does that mean? You can come back and change your entire financial situation. I always make the example of these two guys and other leaders on this call, because I know Austin is one of the guys that went as well. All right, but Thad and Ryan both worked in the police force, making $40,000 to $50,000 a year. Both put their life on the line and almost lost their life on the job as police officers with a wife and kids. Guys, they went to a convention. They didn't know how they were going to get there. They didn't they weren't worried about what they were going to hear, what they weren't going to hear. They just said, you know what, I know I need to be here because I need to change my future, and if I don't go, I'll never know what I'm a part of. And after that convention, guys completely changed their business. They now average 40 to 50 grand or more a month. All right. And I know for Ryan hit his red jacket his first year, and that means he made over 400,000 his first year. That is exciting. All right. So guys, if you want to be like Ryan and Thad, if you want to be like Austin and all the other leaders, Kali, everyone on this call, right? You gotta go. There's no excuse. All right. Your family's not gonna give you this information. Your loved ones are not gonna give you this information. Your best friend can't tell you how to make 40 to 50 grand a month, right? That's why you need to be there. So I challenge everybody to register today. That will be provided in the chat as well. All right, and we're also gonna have a good time. All right, let's jump right into it, right? We want to hear these speakers, which is so exciting. I'm gonna have Mo. If you guys haven't heard him already, Mo is based in North Carolina. A great friend and business partner of mine who I love learning from. If you don't know who he is, jump on Facebook. He does podcasts. He does live posts in between appointments. I mean, he's literally giving all the gems on Facebook, all right? And all the things, whether good or bad, right? So you can learn a lot from him. But Mo, I know that you have Justin Brown, one of your top producers. Please introduce him, and he's gonna talk about the in-home. And then Mo will come back on and talk about setting appointments. Mo, we are so excited about you. Take it away, buddy. Introduce your top producer.
Absolutely. It's just a blessing to be on this call with you, KG, and future integrity partner. I'm so fired up. Like the beginning of this call, like already filled my spirit, to be honest with you. And appreciate that information on the final expense, Justin. We definitely got to add that to our team. But the person I'm bringing on right now is, I don't like to call him my agent because he's not my agent. He's his own businessman. The name of my agency is We the Culture, and we believe that there are no bosses. We all partners. We just got leaders and we got people who just want to produce. And either way, we love you. So I wanted to bring on Justin today because KG reached out to me like, can you get one of your top guys? I'm like, yeah. And this one is actually one of the top because he's always pouring into other people. So he was already prepared for the day. So Justin, part-time guy. Part-time guy doing $16,000 a month consistently, back to back, again and again and again. And he fits this in the pockets of his life. He also works Sundays. So there were other people on my team that I could have called on, but I wanted to give you guys the best of the best in order to elevate you to another level. So Justin, would like you to just unmute real quick.
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling better than good, ready to rock and roll. Got an appointment running late, but this is more important right now because somebody needed to hear the fire I'm about to bring right now. So first of all, KG, thanks for inviting us on. I'm humbled by that. And Mo, thank you again for your leadership. I'm ready to rock and roll. I guess what I'm talking about is the in-home presentation. So this one, just a little bit of background about me. I started FFL in January. And, I work in municipal government, and I used to come to all of my appointments with shirt and tie. Nobody would let me in their house. I'm 6'2", 250. People was just like, yeah, nah, this is an undercover cop or something. So, the first 4 or 5 weeks I was in the business, I didn't make any sale. I hardly got an appointment, took off my tie. The next week, that fifth or sixth week I was in the business, I made $5,000 in one weekend. You know what I'm saying? And it was, pretty much just, being transparent. I made $60,000 a year at my job, working for the city, and I made $5,000 in one weekend. That's what I grossed. That's my total amount I make for the month. After taxes, maybe a little over $2,000. But it's that was life changing for me. And I went I finished that first month, that February month, with about 8,000. March, April, 16,000, and it's been off to the ropes from there. It's been off and running in there. My story, I know a lot of people talk about, I don't get it right then and there, keep going. That's my message. It's a message of perseverance. That first 5 weeks, I didn't give up. I stayed in there. I didn't make a sale. Shout out to Allie, her first sale, $2,500. I know that feeling. That first sale is something amazing. But I just kept staying consistent, and I'm rocking and rolling, doing 16,000 on a part-time basis. and just here to share and pour into the team today about the in-home presentation. So when you start the in-home presentation, when you go in, you want to make sure that you go into the address, you pull up at the address, and when you knock on the door, the first thing you want to say to that person, hey, it's Justin, life insurance, and I'm here for our appointment, shoes on, the shoes off. So this is something out of Mr. Tillis's book. The reason why we say shoes on, the shoes off is kind of to take control. Like, hey, yeah, I'm here for that appointment, and I'm coming in. So you want me with my shoes on or my shoes off? And that sets the tone right there. Like, nah, you can leave your shoes on, or nah, I got the carpet done, and I need you to take your shoes off. Whatever it is, I'm following it. It's their home. So when you go in, I always say this because a lot of the times we get really conversational and we start talking with the client too much. This is a business, and you filled out this information, and we have to take this serious because my job is to protect your family and put something in place. So the next thing we do as I'm going into the house, I ask two questions. How long have you lived in the area? And they'll say, hey, 3 or 4 years. Okay. And do you have any family in the area? Yeah, 3 or 4. I have family in the area, and you can say something back like, okay, yeah, I'm familiar with the area a little bit. I knew somebody that lived there. The next thing I do is give a compliment. Yeah, I love the way your house is decorated. Oh, thanks. I've been, decorating it for a little while now. That's it. 2 questions, 1 compliment. Where are we sitting at? We're getting to the table. So the most important, this right here, the next thing I'm getting ready to go into is the most important thing about the in-home presentation. And you will find out as you go along, and a lot of people know it. You need to find that person's why. If you're sitting at a table, if you're thinking about, we always laugh and joke because people come into homes and they got commission breath. They're like, oh yeah, they let me in. They got a nice house. I'm getting ready to just go ham and talk about this and over talk them. No, you're not in the home for anything to find out why they want life insurance. You need to be finding out why they filled out this information online. Why did they fill out the form? So the next thing from there, my next question is, there's 3 things, Miss Johnson, there's 3 reasons why I'm here and I'm helping families and I do what I do. Number 1, you don't have life insurance and you need some. Number 2, you have life insurance, but you need a little bit more. Or 3, you have life insurance and you want to leave a legacy for your family. Which one is it for you, Miss Johnson? And, the next thing Miss Johnson is going to do is say, well, I don't have life insurance, or, I don't, I know I need to have some. And okay, well, why do you know that you need to have some life insurance, Ms. Johnson? These are the questions that you must be confident in asking, and we need to know why because at this point, you're qualifying this person to see if they're even worth your time staying, and the reason why we're doing that is because we don't want to waste any time. We have 10, 11 appointments. Today is Saturday. I got 12 appointments to go, and I'm not wasting my time with anybody that is not serious about protecting their family because there's somebody waiting for me right now. So when I go into, why did you fill the information out? Well, I want to make sure I'm not a burden on my family. I don't want to bury them. And I don't want anybody to have to worry about doing a GoFundMe or a fish fry at Johnny's Fishing Fry. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much from there, when you find that out, you're gathering all of this information. And it's important now to be a good listener because now, hey, I don't have any life insurance. I don't want to be a burden. I have 4 grandkids. Miss Johnson has 4 grandkids and she has 2 they're in a tough situation right now. So they can't stand to have to bury Miss Johnson if anything happens to her. So next thing that happens is that simple question. And this one, they always get very emotional. It's not funny, but it's a real question. Miss Johnson, if you died yesterday, what would today look like for your 4 grandchildren and your 2 children? And a lot of the times they sit back, they take that deep breath and they say, it would be discouraging. They use a really, really hard adjective, and I always use that adjective back to them. The way they describe it, it would be devastating for my 2 children and my 4 grandchildren. It would be atrocious. It would not be good. So that after whatever word they use, because they always give me an extreme word, I always use that. And I say simply after that, hey, Miss Johnson, what I'm going to do today, a reason why I'm here, everything this is about you, Miss Johnson. I want to make sure that I put something in place for you so your family does not have to go through a atrocious time if anything happens to you. You know, so there's a few pieces of information that we're going to go over because I want to make sure that you're not a burden on your family, and anything atrocious, if anything happens, your family does not have a atrocious time. Does that make sense? I always love asking that question. Does that make sense? Because when they thinking about listening to my words, they're like, yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, I know it does. So pretty much after the does it make sense, what I do is I have my books and everything here. I pull out my book and I say, hey, Miss Johnson, like I told you on the phone, this is my license issued by the state of New Jersey. Like I said, I was going to bring, they look at it and then I turn it over and I say, hey, these are the companies that I work with. I work with over 30 companies. And what we do is pretty much we do the shopping for you, Miss Johnson. So you as a person doesn't have to fill out 30 different life insurance forms or get quotes. I'm going to do the shopping for you, and it takes the headache and stress away for you. Again, my question, does that make sense, Ms. Johnson? Yes, it does, Justin, absolutely. And I said, and after that, I'll go into the binder. All right, I'm sorry. And I say, hey, Ms. Johnson, this form right here, it takes about 3 to 5 minutes to fill out. At the top of the form, we're going to focus on 3 things today, Ms. Johnson. And it's going to be at the top, what's affordable for Ms. Johnson to see what your budget is, what's comfortable for you, Ms. Johnson, to see what coverage will be best for your family, and also to see if you simply qualify for life insurance today. Again, does that make sense, Ms. Johnson? Yes, it does. So the first thing we're going to do, put the name down on the paper, go through it, jump to the medications portion. You know, Ms. Johnson, are you on any medications? You know, she'll tell you what it is. You put them down. And then after that, you're going to ask, Ms. Johnson, are you a smoker or a non-smoker? You know, and after that, when they give you the medications, you're going to say, hey, any surgeries within the last 10 years? You know, she'll tell you. And then after that, you jump down to the family portion. Okay, mom and dad, are they still here with us or have they transitioned? If their mother or father is not with them, you know, you want to jump right into the question. You know, Ms. Johnson, did your mom and dad have life insurance? No, they did. Okay, how was that experience for you? How did that go? And that could be another, you know, another closing point for you as well. You know, when they talk about their experience with their parents, you know, they may or may not be living. Then you jump down to the medical portion, the medical conditions, and, you know, ask them what questions they have, cross off everyone. I don't know what it is. People get a little more swag when they got their good health and they see that you cross everything off. If they do have anything, you just circle it. After that, the most important question, which I think that we've been improving, Mo and the team, we've been going. We want to ask that question: what do you have to offset your cost of your mortgage when you die? And the reason why that question is so important, because that is where those questions lie to actually get you in transition for those annuities, for those big sales, for those $12,000, $13,000 sales, because we need to see what's going on. You cannot be afraid to ask the hard questions. The next thing we're going down to 401k, you know, stocks, IRA, mutual funds, significant savings, 30,000 or more, you know, asking those questions. You know, Ms. Johnson, do you have life insurance? If she said yes or no, you let them know. And then after that, you want to immediately get their beneficiary. The reason why you want to get the beneficiary is because if you have run into issues of closing at the end, you always want to be able to use people's names. You know, Miss Terry Johnson, your daughter. You need to have those names on file. You need to write that stuff down so you know if there's any pushback at the end of the time. But again, when you have that person's why and you know, it's no problem at the end of the presentation. Then you jump down there to the mortgage protection. I'm sorry, to the theft protection and the do you have a will? And then you want to jump back up. We jump back up because we don't want to always just jump right into your monthly payments and we go into those specific. We kind of want to probe them for that. So the next thing we're going into is your financial portion. Ms. Johnson, how much do you pay for rent? Okay, you pay $1,000. Okay. And do you have any equity in your home right now? Well, no, I'm sorry. How much is your house? What's your house value? 300,000. Okay. How much equity do you have? 25,000. I want to get all up in Ms. Johnson's business. I need to know everything so we can help her and put her in the best situation. So the next thing, find out the mortgage, the years, the terms. And then after that, we're jumping down to the occupation. You, Ms. Johnson, what do you do for a living? Okay, you're a police officer. Okay. And how much is your monthly income? Okay, your monthly income is $5,000. And from there, what I do is on the side right here, maybe right there, I put the $5,000 number there. And the reason why I do, because that's your total amount of income, right? So the mortgage rent portion that we have up there, you're gonna put that underneath the 5,000, right? So 5,000 at the top, 1,000 at the bottom. So we know that already her total amount is 5,000. The 1,000 is her mortgage, is her rent payment. So the next question that I'm gonna ask is, Ms. Johnson, what is the total amount? What is the total number amount that you pay a month in monthly expenses? What's your monthly bills? Ms. Johnson, I want to know what your car payment, what your insurance, your groceries. I need to know everything. And Ms. Johnson is going to say, okay, I spend about 1,000 for rent and I spend about another 2,000 in all my bills. So, okay, so then I'm going to take 2,000, put it there, and then I'm going to put 3,000 under there. So now I'm going to subtract that 5,000 from that 3,000, and I'm going to say, okay, Ms. Johnson, you have 3,000 total in bills with rent and all your bills. So you have $2,000 left out of $5,000 for the month. So the next thing I say, out of that 2,000, Ms. Johnson, how much money do you have left? How much do you put in savings on a monthly basis? You know, okay, I maybe put about $1,000 in savings a month. Okay, all right, no problem. So you got about $1,000 left that that you have for miscellaneous funds. Is that correct? That question again. And she'll say, yeah. And then what we'll do is I'll say, Ms. Johnson, my job again, at the beginning when we started, and I'll point back to the sheet. I said, when we first started, we talked about we were going to make sure that things were affordable for you, Ms. Johnson. And the reason why I'm asking you that is because you have $1,000 left a month after miscellaneous. What would be affordable for you to spend on a monthly basis? Again, we got the beneficiary's name, to protect Terry and your 4 grandchildren if anything happened to you and you wanted to prevent anything atrocious to happen into your family. Again, I'm using that adjective that she used because she described that if she wasn't here, if she died yesterday, it would be atrocious for her family today. So we're using that again. Hey, so what would be a comfortable amount, affordable, comfortable for you if anything happened? And they'll say, well, you're the expert. I kind of want a recommendation. I'll say simply, Ms. Johnson, I can give you a recommendation of $1 million because I think you should have $1 million. But honestly, I don't want to recommend anything that's not going to be affordable for you, Ms. Johnson. It makes no sense to tell you to get $1 million of coverage as a recommendation if it's not something that you can afford. Again, my question, does that make sense? Yes, absolutely it does. Okay, so what would be an affordable amount for you if anything happened, if the ceiling collapsed, if you got into a car accident, if you had to buy your grandchildren shoes, if you had to do something extra that would be affordable for you? And they'll say, I think I can afford about $150. We'll look at it. And I'll say, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look up. This is one of the most important things you want to do. Everybody should be doing this. If you're not doing this, you really don't know what you're missing. What I realized is you want to call for help in the home. Honestly, I don't want to say I don't need to call for help because I'm familiar. I've sat with over 100 people. You want to get to your first 100 sits, but you always want to call your manager in the home, even if you have the answer and the solution. The reason why is validation and credibility. When you're sitting in these people's homes, it's something about calling your supervisor, saying, hey, I'm gonna call my supervisor real quick. I'm about 99% sure of a recommendation for you, Ms. Johnson, but I just want to make sure that I want to get 100% from my supervisor. And simply what I do from there is, I'm going to edify my manager, excuse me. I'm going to edify my manager and just say, hey, I'm just going to call him and just be 100%. And when I call, hey, Mr. Tillis, yes, this is Justin. I'm actually sitting here with a friend. And sometimes I look up to see what they say when I friend, and they be like, oh, yeah, he considers me the friend. Yeah, I do. So, I'm calling Mr. Tillis. Hey, I'm actually sitting here with a friend. And you're just going to simply take this form and you're going to read everything to Mr. Tillis, to your manager, to KG, to Austin, to Allie, whoever it is that your manager is, and you're going to say, hey, I'm here with the friend, Miss Johnson. She's 56 years old. She's a non-smoker. She's on 3 different medications. High blood pressure, diabetes. She was prescribed them. You want to make sure you get the prescription for the prescribed year or the diagnosed year. She was diagnosed in 2018. She's I always edify their health, even if I circle 10 different things, other than that, she's in pretty good health, no surgeries within the last 10 years. Just wanted to get the best recommendation for my friend Miss Johnson. And let me just be clear, because I'm saying Miss Johnson, but you don't want to call anybody Miss Johnson. You want to call them by their first name. So we're gonna call them Corinne. You know, hey, I'm calling about my friend Corinne, and she's 56 years old, and I know you're not that old, KG, but you know she's 56 years old and she's a smoker and no medications, whatever the case is. And what you're simply going to do is he's going to make a recommendation. She's going to make a recommendation for you, your manager. Okay, you want to go with the Eagle Premier or the CBO 100, and you're going to simply hang the phone up and go right into it. I actually got the perfect. I'm sorry. At the end of that conversation, you always want to end it with perfect, KG. That was the purpose of my call. I will. I'm sorry. Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. And you let them know that I'm going to actually make sure I put this protection in place for Terry, and I'll call you if I need you. So then they're listening to the whole conversation when you're on the phone with your manager. You know, so pretty much after that, you know, say, hey, Terry, you know, I got the recommendation from my manager. It's exactly what I was thinking. I'm going to go ahead and put in the application for you. I'm looking at the product, and you give them the quote. You know, whatever the quote is, you give it to them the best. The CBO, you get it to as close as possible as that 150 that she said that she wanted, and you go from there. And pretty much after they look at the quote, they'll tell you, you know, okay, that 150, it sounds good. Okay, Terry, only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the application in. Go ahead and grab your ID so we can go ahead and see if you qualify. I'm going to put the application in for you and see if you qualify. And that's it, you know, and, you know, if it's any pushback, you know, you go back to that why. You go back to that why, you know, of the times being atrocious. You wanted to make sure that you protecting that family and you're going through there. So it's all about active listening, and it's all about being confident. Of course, we're going to be nervous, new agents in the home, but take your time. There's videos that you can watch, but follow the system. Always be calling for help. Find out their why, number one. If you don't have their why at the end of that conversation, you're going, I just want to think about it. Yeah, it's nothing to think about. You don't have life insurance. You need to get it now. I know I said a mouthful, but I just wanted to make sure that I could help, you know, share this information because it's been working. The close rate has been very good. I'm looking forward to leaving my job very soon. I'm excited about it. So I want somebody else to do that. And that's why I just gave everything I had with that. I hope I didn't go over time, but thank you again for the opportunity. And I hope this helps somebody this morning.
Hey, real quick,
God, you crushed it. I'm so sorry, bro. Hold on. He crushed it. All right, go ahead. My bad.
Real quick, Jess, what is your mindset when you're driving to the home?
Oh, my bad. I was still on mute. You said, what's the mindset?
What are you thinking when you're driving to this person's home? Like before you get to the door and everything, like what are you thinking on your way to the home? What's going through your mind?
I'm about 6 minutes away. My GPS, the watch is saying I'm about 0.6 miles away. So my mindset when I'm going to the home is that, hey, I got to help this family. They're going to be home, and I'm going in this house and I'm going to help this family. And if they're not serious about life insurance, I'm walking out. You know, we don't have time to waste. You know, somebody said, you know, we went through the whole client inventory sheet and said, I want to set it up in September. I closed my laptop and I walked out. Like, you what? You want to wait till September? What are you waiting for? Like, you don't have life insurance. You're 58. You're kidding me. But the mindset is always, hey, they're gonna be home, and if you don't, I got 12 other families that I need to help today. And you know, it's not just about the money portion, but my goal for today is $7,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking off tomorrow. You know, it's 4th of July. I got to make $7,000. My wife got a big appetite. You know what I'm saying? So we got to help as many families as we can, and we got to rock and roll with it. And it's no time to be wasting. Again, when you go into that house, you don't want to have like that commission breath, or, you know, I need to make this sale. No, qualify this person. You know, if they figure out what it is that we need, what it is that they need, and find out their why. So let's rock and roll.
I love it. Love it. Way to go, man. Damn, you on my team?
Yeah, that's me, dog.
That's what's up. Hey, look, one thing I wanted to talk about that you brought up really quickly, reading the information on a client inventory sheet over the phone. And I just want to point this out to everybody listening, that pins your client to the wall. When he's reading this out loud, like, yeah, she don't want to be a burden on his daughter. Yeah, she got all of these medications. Like they're listening to the conversation. It's like, damn, I would feel really stupid for not getting this when he's taking the time to call somebody and tell them everything that's going on with my life. And he's repeating their why while he's on the phone with me. Like he's repeating their why. And sometimes I call Justin in the home, you know, just to give him the practice, because I know he's going to be building an amazing organization. I call him and ask for a recommendation just to build him into the practice of taking the calls, listening to what's going on, and giving out feedback. And most of the time, he doesn't need me in the home. But this part of our presentation, again, it convicts your client. It gives them the opportunity to say, damn, I'm in a bad situation. I do want to help my family. I got all of these medications, and I need to know if I qualify. And what Justin says, I think he kind of fumbled the words, but that's exactly what I was thinking. It doesn't take any credibility away from you at all. So when he's done with the recommendation, and most of the time I just say Eagle or CBO, or I say, I don't know, what you think? And he'll say, that's exactly what I was thinking. If I need anything else, I'll call you back. So real quick, we're going to talk about the phones. I guess we got a few minutes left, KJ.
Yes, take it away.
Okay. So you don't get to do anything Justin just talked about unless you get good at booking appointments. So you could take all the notes that you want. You could rewind this and watch it 100 times. But if you don't book no appointments, you're not going to get into no home. So if you want to serve families, you have to get good on the phone. So the first thing we're going to talk about in order to get good on the phone is understanding what leads are. You got to really understand what these leads are. Like this is not cold calling, ladies and gentlemen. I used to work at a call center, and this is how I got so good on the phone. On the telephone at a call center, I would have to get your bank account information before we got off the phone. I had to get your social off the phone. I have to build 20 minutes of rapport. Every conversation was 40 minutes. We're talking to interested people. Our conversation is about 2 minutes and 30 seconds tops. 2 minutes and 30 seconds tops. And this 2-minute conversation is going to yield you $1,000 on average. I would talk on the phone for half an hour, 45 minutes to make $32. And I thought I was balling. You know, so really understand where you're at, guys. Like, I don't care how many people hang up on you. You don't want to be on the phone for 40 minutes asking for a social and a checking account. This is so freaking simple, you know, because we're working with qualified, interested people who fill out a form, normally 14 spots, their height, their weight. Just imagine being on a cell phone. You find something that says, I want affordable life insurance. Then you put your height in. You put in your marital status. You put in if you're a veteran or not. You put in if you're a non-smoker or a smoker. These are interested people, regardless of what they say to you on the phone, because it's their job, I want you to understand, is to get you off the phone. They done had calls about warranties all day, okay? So when you get on the phone, it's nothing personal. They don't want to talk to you. The way to get them to talk to you is to be totally different from everybody else who called that day. So this is what we're going to talk about now that we understand what a lead is, okay? Another thing I want to talk about really quickly about what a lead is, because I can't skip this, they're a real person who really wants to protect their real family for when they die, okay? So respect the call process with that type of reverence. Like, this is a real person regardless of what they say. So this is how we win them over. The first thing you want to know and do and practice and teach as you build your team is tonality. You don't want to get on the phone and be excited, okay? Because everybody from the warranty places, everybody who was selling police packages, support the FM Fire Marshal Bill Association, they came on the phone like this, like, hi, Bill. How you doing, Bill? Hey, you good? They're like, boop, boop, boop. So if you do that, that's what's going to happen to you. They're going to slam dunk that phone like LeBron James, okay? So I'm going to give you another example of this tonality. It needs to be very relaxed, okay? Regardless of what they're saying, you just deliver it properly, because nobody called like this today. Everybody was so excited. And I'm going to break you all the way down. I'm rocking you to sleep right now, and you can hear it in my voice. So I'm just doing this intentionally so you hear what it sounds like, okay? The second thing you want to have is the proper pace. Don't speed through your script and don't go too slow. So you want to be asking them, my favorite type of customer is the internet life leads. I'm to the question about life insurance, your date of birth this fast. So it's like this. Hey, this is Mo Tillis, just giving you a call back about the information you requested for life insurance coverage. You put here that your date of birth was boom, 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 boom. That's like 7 seconds. You don't have forever. Justin bought this back from a conference in New Jersey. Like, you got 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds in the beginning to get to that first question, or you're killing your likeliness of making an appointment. So your tonality is important. Your pace is important. Your confidence is third. The reason I say confidence is third is because you don't need confidence to do this. Forget about that. You need practice. You need leads. That's the only thing you need. You need to keep calling and keep grinding on the phone. So your tone, your pace, your confidence, and lastly is understanding how the script works. So I'm gonna break this down really, really quickly. So there's 3 parts of the script. You got your introduction, you got your body, and you got your close, okay? So in your introduction, you're speeding through it. Hey, Justin, this is Mo Tillis, just giving you a call back about the information that you requested for life insurance coverage. You put here that your date of birth was 5/15/1988. Is that correct? Okay. That gets you to the first yes. You don't let them speak before that. You don't talk in a way that where they will speak. Most agents, when they're new, this is what you do. Hey, this is Mo calling you back about the information you requested for life insurance coverage. And then you pause. So when you pause at that point about life insurance coverage, like you're looking for some type of validation, they're not going to give it to you. What they're going to do is hang up. So don't pause there. You make it all the way to the first question. You wait for the first yes. So once they say yes, what you're doing is you're building the yes rhythm is what I call it. Because once you get a person to say yes, when you ask for the appointment, they're likely to say yes. Okay. So we go for the birthday. I only want you to speak in this spot. They say yes. Okay. As soon as they give me the birthday, I go right for the address, okay? And you're at the 123 Success Way. Is that correct? Yes. Now, after this yes, a lot of newer agents especially, you want to take it all over the place and no, go right for the close. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to be in your area tomorrow helping some of your neighbors. I can fit you in between my appointments. It takes about 10 minutes. I could do 10 to 10:15 or 4 to 4:15. Now, there's multiple ways to do this. Okay, this is the script that I use with my team and it works with my team. But you can also clear their schedule. More importantly than the way that you do it is just understanding that it's no, is pussyfooting a curse? I don't know if that's a curse or not. Sorry. It's no playing around.
No,
Okay. It's no playing around. We just getting right into it. Okay. So it's yes. And then I'm going right to the appointment so I could take advantage of the rhythm of the yes that they were already in so I could get a yes for the appointment. So once I get the yes for the 10:15 or 4:15, I give them 2 options. Because a confused mind never makes a decision. So it's only these 2 options. You pick this or you pick this, or you're going to let me know that none of those works. And then I give you 2 more options in order to take control of the conversation. Okay, so this or this. Those don't work. Okay, this or this. Which one work for you? Okay, excellent. 4 to 4:15. All right, look, do me a favor. Now this is the conclusion or the close, which is your tie down. Do me a favor, Justin, grab a pen. And I shut up right there. Just be quiet. And you're listening to everything in the background. See, this whole game on the phone is listening. Even when I'm saying and I'm talking like, hey, you put down your date of birth is, I'm listening to everything there, the way that they breathe. So I understand where to take this conversation. So in the close, it's like this. Do me a favor, grab a pen and be quiet. Now you're measuring how interested, how engaged this person is in the silence, okay? And you just let them walk and go grab a pen. The only thing you would say is, let me know when you're ready. All right, so they grab the pen. You say, listen, I'm Mo Tillis, write that down, okay? Underneath that, as a reminder for yourself, and I say this because a lot of times your customer or client is in the house, they're watching TV, they're feeding their baby, like they're not listening. So you thinking they dissing you when they say they're not interested, it's not the case. They're just not listening. So at this point is where I make sure that we maximize the engagement. I said, as a reminder for yourself, so that we're clear, just write down life insurance under my name. Okay, excellent. And then write down the date and time under that. Okay, good. And then I would ask a few more questions to measure engagement, like, are you a smoker or non-smoker? Okay. And when you originally filled this out, because I work with older leads, when you originally filled this out, was this just for you or for you and the spouse? You and the spouse? Okay, I'll write that down too. And then a new line that I adopted from somebody on the internet, because I'm always watching videos and always trying to improve myself. Hint, hint. Do me a favor before we go. You see where you put down my name, Karen? Just draw a little heart by my name. This way you know that I care. And they love it and they eat it up. And I never say that to a man. And I try to use it in context. I don't just be throwing it out there. When it's a really good one, I put it in context like, You know, grandma, I got grandma on the phone. Hey, grandma, before I go, do me one last favor. You see where you put my name at? They're like, uh-huh. You know, they so engaged. Go ahead and draw a little heart there so that you know that I care. They're like, oh, and it's over. When you get there, you see the heart on the paper. If you see the heart on the paper, it's ball game. You got yourself a sale. So the last 2 minutes, and I want to take some questions. I guess we can get a few questions. Is about rebuttals. Rebuttals is the same thing. You got to have the proper pace. You got to have the proper tonality. Because if I've been talking like this the whole time, and then when they say I'm not interested, I'm like, no, wait, please, no. No, you got to be interested. You got to, okay, well, no, that's fine. I totally understand. My job is just to get you the information that you requested. And you continue. I'm going to be in the area tomorrow between 10 to 10:15. It takes 10 to 15 minutes. Sell them on time. It takes 10 to 15 minutes. And Justin brought this line to the table, and I'll be right out of there. So would you prefer 10 to 10:15 or 4 to 4:15? So rebuttals is all about, again, tonality, pace, and confidence, you know, and not accepting what they say and understanding that they're just trying to get you off the phone, which is their job. But your job is to be cool, calm, and collective and walk them through the process of getting what they really want, which is life insurance coverage. So that's it.
Mo,
Yes.
Mo, real quick. Look,
Yeah.
Can you go over these objections? The first one is, I already took care of it.
Already took care of it? Well, okay, so this is how you approach an objection. You acknowledge, and then you walk them back to the process. So I already took care of it. Excellent. I'm glad you have something in place, Callie. That's very smart of you. This doesn't interfere with anything that you have, okay? Because I'm not believing it. You already, no, you didn't. This doesn't interfere with anything that you currently have. My job is just to get you the information that you requested. So I'm going to be out there tomorrow anyway, helping some of your neighbors. And in between my appointments, I'll make sure I get that dropped off to you. It takes about 10 minutes. Do you prefer 10 to 10:15 or 4 to 4:15?
That's good. All right, I'm busy. I'm too busy. I work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week.
Justin.
Yes, sir.
I'm busy. I work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week.
I'm busy too, John. And I work until 9 a.m. to 9:15. What I can do is I can drop the information off.
I love it.
I can drop the information off about 9:15 because I'll still be in your area. Does that sound fair?
Thank you.
Hey, okay. Shoot, what's the other? It's not like, and the crazy part is not a ton of objections. It's like 2 or 3 that you're gonna get all the time. What's the third one?
I'm not interested.
Are you care? I'm not interested anymore. Let's close with that one.
I'm not interested anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's totally fine. My job is just to get you the information that you requested. What you decide to do with it is totally up to you. I'm going to be in your area anyway. It's the same thing over and over. You know, it's the same thing over and over. One thing to understand about any objection is the transition. So there's this middle piece. This is understanding the structure of what you're doing. There's this middle piece that transitions you into your rebuttal, and it's called perfect. That's the purpose of my phone call. Over and over again. Yeah, I'm not interested anymore. Perfect. That's the purpose of my phone call. And I want you guys to understand what these words mean and not just tell you to say them. So perfect, what that does is it brings down your client's guard, because you didn't say, well, you got to be interested. No, I'm agreeing with you. Perfect. No problem. No big deal. If not a big deal to you, it's not a big deal to me. Perfect. That's the purpose of my phone call. My job is just to get you the information that you requested. And then you continue on to the next part of your script. So it's never a big deal. When you make it a big deal, that's when they're going to make it a big deal. Yeah, all of these.
Mo, thank you. Thank you. We got to wrap up. We appreciate you and Justin. I'm sure. I hope the people on the phone were taking notes and they got a lot of good information. I know I did. I'm gonna start using that heart thing on Monday when I dial again for next week. So thank you. You guys are always solid.
It was a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you.
You guys are always solid.
Shades,
guys, we're here.
Yeah, I'm fired up. Hey, man, I'm glad I was able to, share that information, man. I know my client probably sitting there chilling, but it's all good.
Go get him.
Thank you so much, Justin. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Guys.
Bye.
We are
All right,
here.
let's go
We
turn
are
it
here
up.
we're here every Saturday, guys, from 11 to 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Have a great week, guys. Let's go.
Woo!
KG, where y'all located at?
We're in Maryland.
Maryland. I heard the accent. PG County. Shout out. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Well, listen, we'll connect soon. I'm so glad you got on because you just gave us so many great things. So I'll get your number from Mo.
Absolutely.
And
Sure.
we'll connect more.
For sure.
All right, buddy.
All right. Later.
Bye-bye.